I'm Scott. I'm going to show you how I adjust the cam tension for the rudder blade on my Hobie 14. Same with any of the Hobie cat sailboats, this cam and rudder. Right now it's extremely loose, like it doesn't lock out at all because the adjusting screw is backed all the way out, so there's no spring tension. If you want to know how to replace these, watch my other video on replacing the cams, and you'll see more about how that goes together in the system here. It's pretty simple. So now I'm going to adjust this screw so that I get tension on the cam. So when the rudder is in place, it will lock in, and if I ran aground or I beach the boat, the rudder blades will kick up. The idea is that you don't want to break this if you ran aground, so the tension would make it pop up, but you don't want it so loose that if just water pressure makes it kick up. So we're going to adjust the screw that's in the back of it here. Let me get an angle here where I can see. So that white screw in there is what we're going to adjust, and we're going to turn that clockwise with our screwdriver, and I'm going to probably screw a couple of full turns in there, and then I'm going to test it. And really the only way to test it is I'm just going to break it free a couple of times, and I'll show you how I do that to get the tension. You really can't mess this up. It's not that big of a deal to just give it some turns in there, and you'll just give it some feel. And what I use is a nice big wide bladed screwdriver so that I can grab a hold of that slot in there. You don't want to use a little one because you might round it out. So I'm gonna put my blade in there, and I'm gonna give this some turns. Since I have no tension on it, I need to screw it in quite a bit to get some tension in there. Okay. And now I should have some good tension on that. Oh, what's this? I should have some good tension in here, okay? So when I pop that in place, I feel it lock. Yeah, it's good and locked in. I can feel the brake by doing that. I could give it kind of like a little kick test. I know it's going to kick free pretty easily, right? So I don't want it to kick free too easily though. So I'm going to give that a little bit more adjustment because that felt pretty easy. I don't want the water pressure to make it kick up because that would be annoying. Give it a little half turn in there, probably about a half screw turn. Yeah, that feels really good. I'm gonna, yep. Kicks out pretty easy. There's no way I'm gonna hurt this rudder blade if I run aground right now because it's gonna easily pop that free. I can feel the tension as I lock this in. Feels nice, feels tight. I'm gonna give it just a little more though because that still feels like it's breaking pretty simple. About a little quarter turn, and at this point, if you just ran the screw probably almost all the way flush, you're probably going to be good. It's not going to be that detrimental. I just want it to be just right so that I get a good amount of tension, and I know I'm still going to break free if I run aground. Yep, that feels right. So that's it. If you want to replace your cams on your Hobie cat yourself, it's an easy job to do, and it'll only take you 20 minutes to do that. Thanks for watching.